My name is Watti Boaz. Well, alone at Christmas because, Christmas period, like during the holidays and festivities. Well, alone at Christmas because, Christmas period, like during the festivities and holidays, people would ideally like spend time with their loved ones, right? So, like the matching pajamas pictures, which would normally signify that you are winning at love, or at least you won at love for that year, largely. So, Alone at Christmas is just a chronicle of heartbreak and unrequited love, largely, which will mean that somehow I didn't get love right this year, and I'm reminiscing on all of those love stories that could have been, that never did be, or that happened and then did not, live long enough to make it to Christmas, that kind of thing. So I think that for people who have loved and lost, or were in one-sided relationships, or somehow love didn't work this year, they would be able to like relate with Alone at Christmas. Yeah. No, this is my second project. This is my second body of work. Yeah. First was Happiness Half Hour. So this is Alone at Christmas. Well, it was fun, in as much as it was like a learning experience to myself. And I think it was a bit challenging because I like to think I'm naturally a happy person. And the songs here are somewhat, sad because they're about like unrequited love and heartbreak, and it was really hard, like challenging the emotions. It was challenging the emotions to be able to project them in the recording, and also in the other aspect of the project that required for me to like emote. So it was a bit challenging to be able to like channel like sadness, if that's like something to say, actually. So yeah. So Gino was inspired by a French story, right? Funny how he's actually married right now. But then he was seeing someone who was pretty serious, and he had already bought a ring. He was going to propose. She didn't know, she was not aware anyways. And somehow they started to have a lot of misunderstandings, and it just kept on, and then that led to like the end of the relationship. And then he was deeply hurt. And of course, we're friends, so he shared some of those experiences with me, and I was just really channeling all of those stories into like music, largely, because he was hurt, and it was like, you know what? It's painful, and that's like what Julie's about. Like, I'm hurt, it's painful that this is happening, and largely. So that's what inspired Julie. Well, if I'm being honest, I think I've been both at the giving and the receiving end of the situation. This thing called, is it breadcrumbing or something, whereby you just give someone just enough attention to keep them around, right? So, or maybe you just like the idea that someone likes you, but you probably don't like them that much, or you don't really want them. So I think I've been at both the giving and receiving end, such that when you notice that they're drifting away, you want to like get the attention back, and or they want to get your own attention back, just for the sake of having you around, largely. So yeah. My experience of receiving, well, I mean, it's painful now. Like, you're feeling somebody and the person is not feeling you, and it would feel like you need to like prove yourself for someone to still like valuing you, or valuing what you have to bring into the table, or what you're bringing into their life. So I mean, it's painful, but then at the end of the day, you realize that whatever you have to beg to have, you have to beg to keep. So it just really makes sense. Just spell things out. Tell me you love me, or just let me go. At the end of the day, that's what it should be. Well, I mean, it's dependent. In some certain situation, having like a muse that inspires you to like create could make the creative process very seemingly easy. Do you get? And then in some cases it might not really matter as much. But I think what I was largely trying to say in melody is the fact that sometimes when people live our lives, we are affected in certain ways that might, affect our creative processes or our functional processes normally. So that's what I'm trying to say with melody. So I don't think that goodbyes are hard to say. I just think the realities that come with saying goodbyes are hard to accept, because this cycle of moving from strangers to friends and then you move back to strangers. So there's a particular person or group of people that you talk to every day, that you hang out with, that you have routines or activities with, and then all of a sudden this comes to like an end. So someone you're always eager to talk to, you probably might never hear from them anymore. And then it's just really hurtful to like accept that, oh, this is the end of it, and all you're left with is just memories. So it's like, fine, I have to accept that it is what it is, but the same, it's painful that it's what it is. Again, you've shared things with people, memories, moments, stories, a huge part of yourself with people. And then, having that just being cut off entirely could be very painful. So it's hard. I feel like I'm getting good at goodbyes now. I've had to say goodbyes a lot of times. So I don't know. I don't know which is the hardest really, but then I don't know.
What was the hardest goodbye?
Well, it wasn't a goodbye I had to say, but maybe it was one I had to accept. Basically. So I lost my mom when I was 4, so I didn't really grow to know her. So it's goodbyes, but then I didn't say it, but I grew to accept the goodbye. So yeah, that's what it was. To each man his own kettle, guy. I don't. So what do I do? Well, it's dependent on how the relationship ended, Probably I just reminisce on some of the memories and times that you shared, and and just really accept that it is what it is, really. Currently missing. That's debatable. I'm alone at Christmas, so just maybe. Do I have to answer this question? Have I reached out? It is what it is, really. There's really no point reaching out. So. There's no point reaching out. Okay, so funny thing is I've always been intrigued by this Yoruba expression, eponimoru oniyangima batemije. And I think I checked online, and it's from a folklore. Is that what they call it? It's largely about Oniyangi is like being involved with somebody that can sabotage you, or someone that's not like good for you in quotes. So hence the expression eponimoru Oniyangi mabatemije. So I feel like at different point in time we've been involved with people that are not entirely good for us, either romantically or otherwise. And somehow we can't help but wanting to have to be around these people, or these people being around us, even though we know that, it's a disaster. So Olurumbi is just really acknowledging that I know that you are bad news, but somehow I'm obsessed. So yeah, that's it. Let's see. Okay, 2. Can I do 2? Okay. So I think goodbyes don't come easy first, because it's my first time doing something like that. I have other songs, that it's my first time doing something like. It's my first time doing what I have on Goodbyes Don't Come Easy. It's like a ballad. Do you get what I mean? So it's my first time doing that. So I think it was a bit challenging and a bit different. It was a bit new for me. Then Olurumbi too was quite interesting, making Olurumbi, especially from the part where we had the chant, breakfast. I just thought it was fun making that actually. So yeah. I think Goodbyes Don't Come Easy was hard to make. What was the easiest? Let's see. I think Julie wasn't much of a challenge. Julie's my zone. Julie's my normal inclination, my type of music, normally like high life. So like Julie was quite easy to make. I mean, everybody that knows me personally knows how much I love Kiss Daniel. His music, his person, his music, and I like him a lot. So yeah, I'd like to work with Kiss. I think that we would have this very great synergy if we are like on the same music together. I mean, quite a number of people, to be honest. But since I have to like bring it down to two, Adekunle Gold as well. I think he's really amazing and talented. So yeah, I'd like to work at Adekunle Gold and. International. I'd like to work with Lewis Capaldi. I think, am I pronouncing it right? Lewis Capaldi. I think is very amazing. Then there is another person. She's called Loy Music. She's not okay. She's called Loy Music. I think I'd like to work with Loy Music as well as Lewis Capaldi. Yes. I work with Jola Bello on Olurumbi. I think Jola is super talented. I came across a music through a post from a friend, Dunsi, and I think the first music I heard was Rain, then 787 or 789 or something, and heard a bit of her music, and I think she's super talented. And for me, when I was recording Olurumbi, I just kept hearing her on the track, on the record, and I just felt like it was not going to be complete without like having her on that particular track. And shout out to Jola Bello for working with me on this project, for working with me on Olurumbi. I think that she's super talented, and yeah, that's it. Brainzy produced and mixed and mastered all the songs on the project, and we co-wrote some of the songs together. It's been we've had a great working relationship for like a few years now, and it's always great whenever we come together to like work, and we just have that great working chemistry, and literally we make everything from scratch whenever we have to work. So most of the songs are usually pre-written. We have like song ideas before the studio sessions, and then I share some of those ideas and some of the songs that we have, and in some cases they are completely written, in other cases they are maybe halfway written, and then we just work together to make sense of the songs largely. So yeah, shout out to Brainzy. Brainzy is super talented as well. So. Okay. I mean, it was interesting as much as challenging. I mean, I've never heard I've heard the most number of why are you smiling, why are you laughing in my life, during the course of this production. Because like I said, I like to think I'm a naturally happy person, and so I needed to channel sad emotions, and it was hard. So somewhere in between character, I just busted out laughing and go like, why did you spoil it? So it was a great learning experience and a great working experience. Working with Nico, working with Tomiwa, working with K. K is TJ Omori's TJ Omori's person, and of course our production manager, Fumi. She's provided, and she's just ensured that everything runs smoothly. Big shout out to Talent as well. Talent was big shout out to Talent as well, who also worked as my muse on production of the project. So yeah, it's been an amazing experience. All right, so to my fellow spending Christmas alone people, what was that? What did I just say? I mean, to every other person that is going to be spending Christmas alone, I feel like you would find it super relatable, especially if you if love no work this year, that kind of thing. So yeah, if you're heartbroken, if you're in one-sided relationship, if whatever it might have been, I think that you would find your story in Alone at Christmas. So in case you're spending Christmas alone, and even if you're not alone at Christmas, I'm sure that you find all of the stories super relatable. So yeah, enjoy Alone at Christmas. Peace out. Is that what, like, okay, we're done. I'm gonna do. We're done now. You know me do. I can hear you, okay. Yeah, thank you. Arike pre-order.
I like how you are going to do it.
Is it?
Sound.
Thank you very much.